What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, where we're going to be exploring Garp challenges once again here on One Piece Treasure Cruise, but we're doing it in a little bit of a different way, because we know that with the new 14.1 update, we have to basically go ahead and clear all of these renewed missions again, in order to get our hands on a bunch of rewards, including a bunch of rainbow gems. Now, the thing is these missions can be a bit mundane, because the power level of these missions are relatively low, you know, if we go in regards to some of the stuff that we have today. But I'm going to do things a little bit differently. We're going to be using fate to decide what characters or characters that we're going to go ahead and use today. So shout out to GameWith for making this page, which basically just shows like every legend within their own color, and they do actually include like dual units specifically and versus characters. They do not include like the newest batch like Kuzan, Law versus Blackbeard and stuff, but that's not really going to be that big of a deal anyway. So what we're going to do here today is we are going to use a wheel to select a color, whether it be a dual unit or a versus unit, and then within that pool we're going to use a random number generator to see, like, hypothetically, if we landed strength, there's 39 characters in here, number 1 being Whitebeard, number 39 being the Momo character, and we're going to randomly pick a character, and that's going to be our lead. And ideally, whatever release year that character came out in, so hypothetically, if we pulled Whitebeard, you know, he released in 2015, 2016, we can only use characters within that same release year. So if we get a really early character, that could really hurt us, but I think this could be kind of fun, a really interesting way to go ahead and take on Garp challenges. You know, it may take a little bit of finagling to get things to work right, but let's see what we can get here. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel and see what kind of category of character we're going to be exploring today. Let's see what we get. We're going to get a Psy unit. Okay, that's promising. Psy have a pretty good array of good offensive threats as well as good utility characters. Okay, so now from here, we want to have a look at how many Psy legends there are. There's 44 of them. Remember, number 1 being Sengoku, number 44 being Robin. I don't own Robin, so if we roll 44, we will have to re-roll it, obviously, because I don't own the unit. So it'll be from 1 to 44. We're going to go ahead and randomly generate it, and we're going to get 39, which is actually a pretty recent unit. So we're at 44, 3, 2, 1, 0, and then number 39 being Uta. So Psy Uta came out in 2023, which means we cannot use characters in 2024, but I think that this is still going to be pretty fun, because I don't actually get a chance to use Psy Uta all that much. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll do something a little bit different, see if we can build like a Psy shooter team or something like that. I don't know, but this should be kind of fun. So let's go ahead over now into the in-game with Psy Uta and see what kind of team we can build against one of the Garp challenges to try and complete these missions. Alright, so this is the team comp that we have here. So we're going to be using double Uta. We do have Monkey D. Luffy and Redhead Pirates just to trigger that super type of Uta. The super type of Uta is pretty strong. Removing special bind is kind of cool, but the main component of delaying through immunity, which triggers really well with her special ability. We're also using Espar, which is cool. I'm really glad that we actually get to use Espar, because he is a brand new Rumble legend, and you know, typically Rumble legends are characters that don't really see play in normal content, so being able to actually use legends like that in normal content is great. But in order for Espar to actually be effective, like, you need to have a Sentomaru or a Kuma on your crew or as a support. Now, surprise, surprise, Espar doesn't have any supports that are Kuma or Sentomaru that can actually attach to him, which is why we have to run Kuma on the front line. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure that we still can't get around all the gimmicks. I just realized that I'm pretty sure we forgot to remove 1 turn of damage threshold on stage with Dosun and Zio. So I think we're actually going to have to store 1 turn. I actually don't remember what those guys do. Let me just double check that, because that legitimately could be an issue. I do have the little thread here about what they do. So we get 3 turns of paralysis on stage 2 if we don't do anything. So I don't think that's a problem, because it's turn 2. So that should be fine. I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. We've got Hody here. We're going to use that switch effect. And because we're above 90% HP, Luffy's final tap actually does trigger every single turn, which is pretty sick. It does give a bit of chain addition stuff, but you know, that's just kind of neat that we get access to that. I think we're pretty much going to blow through this, because Uta is not an awful captain. You know, she's a relatively recent character that's come out, and she's actually pretty good. Another thing why Uta is really good for this is this stage right here. Usually this Hammond stage takes a little bit of time to actually get through because of these pesky guys in the back with a strength, quick, and dex barrier, and then like Hammond changes his barrier like every single turn. It's like super frustrating. But because we have Uta with barrier pierce, that's actually really good. Let me just see real quick. Who else has it? So Kuma has it as well. That's cool. Kuma and Uta has it, and Espar also have it. Okay, and that's great. So we've got a lot of characters that actually have that. So I think what we might do is we're going to trigger the super tandem, and then we'll just use all of our barrier pierce characters to just kill. That should work pretty well, I think. I mean, and to be honest, because of the way that Uta works, we could probably get away with just using Uta's special here, and that's probably going to be fine. But I think I'll wait. Let's go ahead and trigger this super tandem though. Bing bong. Alright. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's so good. That's so clutch. Alright, moving on to stage number 4. We have, what's this guy again? Hyozo and Vanderdecken. So we get poisoned here, which is normally pretty annoying. But that's why I have Espar on the team. Espar actually removes poison, which is actually pretty clutch. As for the rest of these slots, though, it's pretty annoying. That is kind of annoying, actually. I think I am going to use an Uta special here just because I can. This Uta special animation is super good, by the way. I remember when this Uta first came out, everyone's like, oh, you know, this Uta's kind of cool. You know, it's kind of like the Super Suga Uta, but like a little weaker. But it's not even just that. Like, this character does have like different abilities overall. Like, this character is just really, really, really interesting in terms of the way that this character can be used in content because of the ability where if you can use it preemptively, every time it pops with that turn progress activated effect to remove special blind, like, that's actually ridiculously clutch. Anyways, now that we have a guaranteed tandem slot literally every single turn due to the Uta effect, we should be fine to just... We've got plenty of damage here. And then don't hit it perfect. We do still have a block slot, but that shouldn't be a problem. So this is what I was saying a little bit earlier. So this stage was Zio and Dosun. They put up 3 turns, or 4 turns, I believe, of damage threshold. I actually don't have a way to remove 4 turns of damage threshold. I have a way to remove 3 turns of it. So I think we'll probably use Kuma special first, which does remove 3 turns of it. And then... like, there's really not much we can do. We kind of just have to, like, pass the turn. Actually, we can stop him from attacking, but I really don't think it's that big of an issue. I kind of want to... yeah, we'll pass the turn. Let me just get rid of these bad slots. And I don't think he does anything bad. I don't think so. He doesn't. Okay, yeah, we're fine. Alright, we'll go ahead and use the super type of Uta, which delays the enemy, guaranteed, which is really nice, so we actually get the delayed conditional boost on our side of the field. And with that, we're pretty much good to go. We could actually use the Luffy special here as well. I'm definitely going to use the Luffy special. This animation, by the way, is clutch. Super, super sick animation. I remember when this episode first aired, it was wild. This is crazy. The Ishitani episode. Super cool. It's just unfortunate this Luffy isn't really, like, that great. Everyone was kind of hyping him up when he first dropped, but he's not great, honestly. And that's the thing, is they inevitably release more and more better Luffys, and it's just like, you know, they release a really good Luffy this one time, and then they release another Luffy, and then you want to use that one, and this character just kind of falls to the wayside and never gets real use, which is a little unfortunate. But anyways, we need to hit some perfects in order to trigger Luffy's abilities in the next stage, so we can definitely do that. Boom, there we go. I think 2 perfects is all you need for Luffy to trigger. If it's 3, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, actually, I kind of screwed up. I was supposed to use the Kuma special, not the Kuma special, the Espar special to make sure that we get, like, the full guaranteed slots. I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. I think we've got plenty of damage. It's not really going to be super scary at all. So this guy, he makes all our slots go into slot change impossible. I kind of wanted to use the Espar stuff beforehand, but not that big of a deal. We could actually use the Uta special. I don't remember if Hody removes beneficial effects when we enter the new stage. I think we're actually okay to use the Uta special here. So the thing is, though, is even if the enemy does remove our beneficial effects, it's not that big of a deal, because Uta with the turn progress activated effect, just the gimmick of the buff itself and why it's so insane is that if the enemy removes it, you still get a beneficial effect no matter what, which is crazy, crazy good. Now, another thing is we do get inflicted with burn here. I don't know how significant the burn is. We could also just use the Shanks special ability to get the chain lock for multiple turns. I think that's also pretty viable. We could also use this to get the orb boost for multiple turns. I just don't remember if he removes beneficial effects. So I think I'm going to use it preemptively. Oh, we already have an orb boost anyway, but actually I haven't seen this special animation. It's probably nothing too crazy. It's a very basic special animation. I guess you can't really expect too much, you know, from a Pirate Rumble legend. So there was really no reason for us to activate that because we already have an orb boost activated because of the Luffy character. But that's fine. And so after one turn has passed, so I think we inflict resistance down on the opponent, which is cool. So yeah, this is fine. We should just be able to go through here pretty comfortably. We'll hit a couple perfects just to make sure we can get the full buffs. Yeah, no problem. We got plenty of damage. We really don't have to worry about it. And we got the final stage versus Hody. Now, if I remember correctly, I did put the support of Sabo on Luffy, which means that when we reach the final stage, it removes 2 turns of defense up. Now, the thing is the defense up on this Hody stage is not super significant. If you've got enough, like, multipliers on your team, you can just attack through it. So, it's not really that concerning either way you look at it. He does remove beneficial effects. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. So we still get the attack boost from the Uta effect. We can use the delay as well, just because we can. And with this, we only have an attack boost. We technically can use the special of the ship to give us an orb boost, but I think that's kind of cheating. And if we use the switch effect of Shanks, we don't need to use the switch effect of Shanks. It would give us more matching slots, but we could also just get the super tandem. We could try and do the final tap with Luffy, but I feel like we'll probably kill before we even get to that stage. Let's see if we can get the final tap. But let's see. Oh yeah, we're totally gonna kill before the last point. I wanted to see the final tap. We wanted to do it, just for the memes. Bonk. There we go. And we got the kill with the Luffy, which is awesome. So that's cool. Really cool team there. Nothing really too crazy, but you know, just killing it with the side team. So now that is one more mission marked off the book. So, and you know, it's just something a little bit different. You know, using a bit different teams that you wouldn't normally use. So hopefully we can use this strategy a little bit as we go through, as we try and complete as many of these missions as possible. Clearing the Garp Challenge Hody mission with a side type character, with only side type characters in the crew. So that's awesome. So anyways, that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you actually like Legend Uta? Do you think this Uta is a good legend? I think she's actually pretty solid. She definitely has some uses in the game, just because turn progress activated effect as a gimmick in the game is just an incredibly valuable component. And, you know, more Utas we get, the better, because this effect is insanely good. I just feel like every time we get a new Legend Uta, I feel like we should be expecting turn progress activated effect to be given on that character. But hopefully you enjoyed this video, though. If you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.